Hey guys, welcome to Washington Park Library here, Providence Community Library with Mr. Kevin and our STEM or STEAM craft. I am super excited about today's craft because the weather has been wonderful here. How is the weather where you are? Really? Interesting. Well, yeah, so over here in Rhode Island and Providence, it's getting lovely outside, and this is the perfect time to, well, we'll get to it in just a second. But it involves our craft. We're going to make something to take outside, and I'm super excited about it. How are you today? Hmm? Great, great. And if you're not so great, don't worry. You do this craft, you'll feel a lot better. All right, let's go over what we'll need for today's STEM STEAM craft. All right, so we need some newspapers. Okay, so now this is called a full sheet of newspaper, as you can see. All right, it's got one fold and 2 pages. Okay, and we're going to need 5 of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to need a ruler. Okay, we're going to need some thread, just a spool of thread. We're going to need like a chopstick or something like that. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to need some markers and pencils. There we go. Scissors, of course, and if you're uncomfortable using scissors or you need some help, please ask an adult or a caregiver in your neighborhood. And then lastly, we're going to need tape. We're going to need a lot of tape because that's what is required to make this. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'll do, now the website I found, it says you only need 4, but you need a long ruler. Now this ruler is it's a standard ruler. It's how long? Good, 12 inches. But we're going to need something, we want something a little bit longer. So, do you have a long ruler? Maybe. But guess what? We can make one. So that's why we have 5 of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take our first sheet, put the other ones aside, and we're just going to fold it up. Okay? So, just going to fold it like this. Actually, this one, 1, 2, 3. Good. Just fold it like this, this. Okay, like this. You just fold it right to the edge there. Okay, just like that. All right, and then what you can do is you can take a smaller ruler and you can make all the marks on here. So what I'm going to do is I have a list of measurements that we're going to need for today's craft. So let's mark them on our paper ruler that we're going to make. So we folded this into a long paper ruler. You can toss some tape on it. And then we're going to write down, as you can see here, I've written down the different measurements on here that we'll need for today's craft. Excellent. So I'm going to tape this together. This is going to be our ruler. Because what is a ruler? A ruler is just a straight edge with measurements on it. We can make one. That's the best part. Okay. Tape here. All right. So now that we have our long ruler, okay, we're going to grab our first sheet of paper. Okay, so we have a first sheet of paper. We're going to open it up. But before you open it, just make sure you crease it. Just crease, put your finger down there, crease that one side. All right, so now that's well creased, we're going to open up. All right, and then we can make some marks on it. Now, so if this is top to bottom, okay? And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a mark finger width. Finger width. Okay, what is finger width? Finger width is when you take your finger and you use it to measure. So I'm just going to put my finger at the top edge here and I'm going to make a mark just right there. That's about, as you can see, my finger. All right, so we're going to make that mark. That's the finger width mark. Okay, now we're going to take our paper ruler and we're going to mark on here 4 3/4. So we'll get our regular ruler and we'll make a mark on here at 4 3/4. So let me just show you what I've done here so you can see. See, 4 3/4 right there. All right, so that's 4 3/4 right there. Okay, so I've made a mark here. So now we're going to bring it down here and we're going to put this against our finger lift mark, and then we're going to mark down 4 3/4. Okay, I'll do an X here so you can see. Okay, there, see my X? See the X right there? Good. Okay, so that was the 4 3/4 mark. Okay, 4 3/4. Next mark, we're going to go 9 1/2. Okay, 9 1/2. So we're going to again grab our paper ruler, measure out here. Okay, 9 1/2. Mark it on here so we know where it is. Okay, see 9 1/2 there. Good. And then we're going to put that here. So put the 9 1/2 here at the center on the X. And then we're going to make a mark on this side here. Bam, like this. Okay, and then do the same thing right over here. Put the mark on the center and then mark off the side. Good. Okay, so now I have 2 marks on either side, here and here. You see those? There you go. Yep. Right here and right here. Good. All right, and then we're going to make one more mark. And we're going to do that one 14 1/4. So 14 1/4 is the next mark, just so you guys can see. 14 1/4. And that's going to be from the center X. Okay, so we have the X that was 4 3/4. We're going to put the top of our ruler there, and then we're going to measure down 14 1/4. Okay, I'm going to put an X. So now we have one X here, 2, 3. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's. Okay, but the ones that we're going to be worried about is here, here, at the bottom here, and then here. Okay, and we're going to connect these X's. Now, this is why we need a long ruler. So we're going to take our long ruler and we're going to put it on one X and go to the bottom X, and then we're going to make a line. Okay, bam. Okay, then we do it again on the other side. Measure it out and have them cross. Okay. Just take your time doing this. Measuring is very important when you're doing some crafts. This one, it's a little important. So just take a deep breath, line it up, and then just make lines. So I've done 4 lines here, and we got our kite. Oh, I just told you what we're making. Yep, we're making a kite. All right, you see that? Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take tape, and we're going to do tape all along one of these lines. Okay, so the line's going to be in the middle. All right, just like that. So you want tape on both sides of the line. All right, and then we're going to tape this one. We're going to tape this one, and then the next 2. So all 4 lines I want you to cover with tape. Okay, so we'll do that quick. Oh. Sometimes we make mistakes, no problem. All right. Okay, again, the tape should be, the mark line should be the center of the tape. Okay, and then we're going to tape these 2, but you can do that at home. I've already done it here, and then we're going to cut it out by following the line. So let's pick this up here, and we're going to cut it out just right down the middle. Okay, so there's going to be tape on both sides of the area where we cut. Because I've done this craft before already in practice, I already have one all set to go. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Okay, and then we cut out our kite. Okay, and what we get is, okay, something that looks like this. Okay, with tape on the edge. Okay, tape on the edge, tape on the edge. Now, we have our kite with the taped edge. And then what we're going to do is, let me just cut this guy out quick here. Okay. 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 Okay, so now we have our taped edge cut. Now we're going to take that and we're going to bring it over to a new sheet of newspaper. We're going to line it up and we are going to trace it. Okay. There you go. Okay, so now we have our taped kite, and then we have a new traced kite. Now we're going to cut this guy out. Okay, magic, and this is what we'll get. Okay, so this one is, we have our taped edge here. We have one taped edge kite, and then one not taped edge kite. So now what we're going to do is we are going to roll this just like this. We're going to take, oh, I forgot to mention, we're going to need either a pencil, okay? We're going to use a pencil today. Let's use a pencil. We're going to put this in here like this, and we're going to roll this like this. Okay? And there we go. Do you see that? Okay, and then we're going to let it loosen up a little bit, and then we can get the pencil out, and we're going to make a little tape here. Okay. And that, you'll notice, matches the kite. Okay, so let's review. So we'll take the kite. This is the taped one, so I'm not going to roll it. We're going to take the non-taped kite, put the pencil here. We're going to roll it up, loosen it up, get the pencil out, and then tape it so we have a center rod here. Okay, and we're going to tape that in a minute. Now, next, we're going to take our next sheet of paper, and we're going to measure out a distance of 13 3/8. So again, we got our trusty paper ruler. Okay, I've marked it on here. Okay. So we're going to go from here. We're going to go, okay. So from here to here is 13 3/8, this distance here. So I'm going to put it on this edge here, and I'm going to mark it off here. Bam, all right. Okay, so then we're going to do a line. Okay, but we're going to make a square. So now we need 13 3/8. We're going to put it at the bottom here and mark it off here. Okay, and then we'll do a line. Okay, so now we have a 13 3/8 square. Can you see the square? All right, so we got the square here. Bam, bam. And then we're going to cut that out. Magic. I've done it before. Okay. Now, we're going to take our pencil trick again. Grab our pencil. Where did the pencil go? All right, we're going to take our pencil and we're going to roll it up in here. Just like this. Okay, we're going to get it, find the corner. Okay, and then roll from the corner. Roll all the way up. And bam, look at that. Loosen it up a little bit. You just let go of it a little bit. A little bit more. Try to get that, and then the pencil come out. And we tape this in the middle. All right, and then we have, okay, now we have this X here that if you look, okay, it fits exactly on the kite. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some tape and we're going to put this right here. Okay, got that, and then we're going to do this one across. Okay, Okay, and we have that there. Okay, looks good. And we're going to put some tape on this X. So we're going to put tape right here and here, and here and here, and then here and here, here and here. Let's just do that quick. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we have our basic kite. Now, what we're going to do is, with our last piece of paper here, is we're going to measure 1 1/4 inch. Okay, so we're going to measure down the paper 1 1/4 inch. Okay, so we're going to open up our paper wide, and then we're going to make marks. Okay, now I've already made the marks here. 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4. I'm going to make those on the paper, and then I'm going to connect the dots. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to do 10. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, see I've made lines 1 1/4 inch on both sides. Here, okay, we are here, here, here. Okay, and then we're going to take our long ruler and connect the dots. Okay, so we're going to make a 1 1/4 inch line all the way across. Okay, just like that. Can you leave the lights on, please? It's okay. Then we're going to make a line all the way across, just like that. And then we will do all 10 lines just like that. And then we're just going to cut these out. Again, same thing what we did before. Okay, I'm just going to cut 2 out for this presentation. All right, so you got 1 strip that's got tape on it, both sides. All right, and then another strip right here. All right, so now we're going to take these and we're going to do 10 of them. As you can see, all of these, we're going to cut them all out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tape them. Okay. End to end. All right. Just that, and you're going to make a really, really, really long strip of paper. We're almost done. So now that we have all these together and the kite all taped up, we got the support, we got the taped edge. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a pencil and we're going to make 2 small holes. Okay, right here in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to take our thread, take a piece of thread, we're going to stick it through, go on one side of here, through the kite, and then back on this side here, and then we're going to tie it. So this is going to hold the kite. All right, and then what we're going to do is, I've already made another kite for our purposes. Okay, and as you can see here, see how I've connected that there, right around the center pole here. And then we have our string for the kite. Now let's take a look at the bottom. All right, so I took 1 strip and I taped it here against the middle tube, and then I let it all hang loose. Look how long it is. Whoa. All right, and so I took one end and I taped it here, and then the other end I taped it here, and look at that, we have a kite. Now, you might not want to make the tail because it might seem like a lot of work for decoration, but you know what happens with a tail and a kite? The tail actually helps the kite fly better. It keeps it in a center position so it doesn't nosedive. So the tail actually helps it fly. All right, so I'm going to go take my kite and go outside. I hope you enjoyed this STEM STEAM activity today. I had a great time. Give it a whirl. And if you have an opportunity, stop on in the library and you can get the instructions in person with the newspaper and the thread. Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I had great fun making a kite. Give it a whirl and get outside. We spent a lot of time indoors, so it's really important. Get outside, breathe some nice fresh air. And if you're ever down, do what I do. Get creative. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you stopping by today. Don't forget to stop by the Providence Community Library YouTube channel to see any other videos. And don't forget Miss Amy, 6:30 on Thursday. Have a great one. See you later. Bye.